Hey folks, it's your friend Mutsa here, and before we begin, I have an apology to make. Throughout this video, I got wrong the name of the company that makes the Universal Grip sheet. The correct name is Stompgrip, and the product is Stompgrip Universal Grip sheet. Believe it or not, it was only after I recorded all the scenes that I noticed this mistake. I swear, should I had another sheet of Stompgrip Universal Grip, I would have recorded everything again. But unfortunately, that was not the case. So in order to make up for my error in calling the company, I placed the Stompgrip logo on the screen every time I say it wrong in the video. Hopefully that will lighten things up a little bit. Alright, so let's check this out. The reason why I want to replace this tank pad here is because I have a tendency of leaning forward when I ride my motorcycle. So as you guys can see in these areas here, where the tank pad has these notches, the paint is exposed and there is already a little bit of scuffing here, so I need to wax the painting from time to time so this doesn't show too much. So I'm going to replace this by a pad that offers better protection for the paint as well as better grip for my lower body. So I spent a lot of time looking at tank pads both online and also in stores, trying to find one that would fit the Aprilia Tuono well, and I couldn't find any. So I went to Stompgrip, and Stompgrip is an American company, and they make lots of pads and other products for boats, motorcycles, and snowmobiles. They are very famous for that. And I bought this universal sheet that you can cut in whichever shape you want. This one here is a 7.5 by 14.75 inches, which is approximately 19 by 37.5 centimeters. And I'm going to cut it exactly in the shape that I want to fit the tank of the Tuono. Interestingly enough, I tried to buy this online from Stompgrip and they were out of stock, so I ended up by going to the friends at revzilla.com, and this cost me about $55, not including taxes. Now let's get working. The first step is of course to remove the old tank pad, so we're going to use three tools here. We're going to use a hair dryer or a heat gun if you have one, WD-40 or another spray lubricant, and also dental floss. The old tank pad came out very easily. I did not need to use WD-40 or dental floss. It was only a matter of using the hair dryer. But as you can see, there are some glue residues all over the place. And to remove that, we are going to use this product here called Glue Gun or another adhesive remover. After you use the adhesive remover, it's very important to, well, remove the adhesive remover itself, otherwise the new paint is not going to stick well. So we're going to clean the bike very, very carefully using water and a little bit of soap and then dry it very well. Now I'm going to define the shape of the new pad, and for that I'm going to use a sheet of very thin paper like parchment paper. You can buy that in the supermarket, as well as adhesive tape. So now I drew half the shape. I'm going to scan this piece of paper, mirror the image, and then print it over another piece of paper so I can cut the Stompgrip sheet. Okay, now we've got here the shape of the tank pad that I will cut from the Stompgrip sheet. So the way I prepared this shape here, as you guys saw, I only drew half of the image, okay? Then I scanned that piece of paper. I made a copy of the image in one side, flipped it, and merged the two images into one. I combined the two images into one. So if you have any sort of trouble making this type of manipulation in your computer, let me know in the comments below and I'll help you with that. So I centered the image that I created over the Stompgrip sheet and I taped them together over this plank of wood, trying to use a cutter like this one, a very fine cutter. This is the second of the two that I tried to cut the sheet together, but I was not very happy with the results. I made a few attempts here on the corner and I was not able to do turns. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to use scissors and let's see if this works well. Another technique that you can use is to simply transfer the shape that you want to cut the Stompgrip sheet right here to its back. It's easier to draw this way. However, I didn't do so because I wanted to have the profile here where the grip is at a symmetrical shape. And that's what I used the paper on this side here, the top side. Okay, here it is, my customized tank pad is not completely fine yet. I used scissors and then I tried to cut a little bit of the burrs and incorrections on the sides, which I didn't like too much. I'm gonna use 100 grade sandpaper to try to, give some details here, a better shape here and there. Let's see how it comes out. Now we need to clean the area where the tank pad is gonna be installed with isopropyl alcohol to make sure that all the oils and fats and grime gets very, very clean, and this will facilitate adhesion of the new tank pad. Now once the tank is clean, you can clearly see in these two areas here, particularly where the paint got scuffed by my clothes. Those are the two areas that were not protected by the old tank pad. Okay, now using these two pieces of tape, I centered the new pad of the tank. I'm going to start the process of installing it. this is the final product, my customized tank pad made out of a sheet of Stompgrip. I am quite happy with it. I think the cutting, the shapes match well the shape of the tank. I think it's going to offer good protection for the tank as well. Now, keep in mind that this is going to take about 24 hours to be glued, and also you can only exert really transversal force, shearing forces, about 48 hours after the application. Well, if you have any question, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, safe riding and see you guys soon.